Hello YouTube, it's Sign here with Hobbies Man once again, and today we're going to be doing another light novel review. Today we're going to be looking at the following volume to what we saw last time, which is Didn't I Say I Make My Abilities Average Volume 3. This is written by Funa and illustrated by Itsuki Akata, as you guys can see right there. It's published by 7 Seas, as you guys can see right there. There you go. And the demographic is shonen. The genres are isekai, fantasy, slice of life, and there's an element of moe there that's not necessarily a genre, but it is a kind of trope that happens a lot in this story. And in terms of adaptation, it has both an anime and a manga, which is great. And the rating for this off the bat is also a 5 out of 5, like the previous volume, for very similar reasons. So you might just skip this review if you've seen the previous one, right? So yeah, the premise here is that continuing on from the end of the last volume, the situations that occurred with the escort mission, Crimson Vow has now moved on. They have to do new things, and eventually they end up going on a revenge mission because situations occur. Mavis is told that she has to come back home. She doesn't do so, and then something happens that then leads into them having to learn about Pauline's backstory. Pauline is this one. And then going on a revenge mission for her. So it's really interesting. I quite liked it. I thought it was really, really good. So yeah, the plotline is pretty great. We follow the fallout of Volume 2. Mavis's brother shows up, and his name is Ewen, I think. And he gets introduced. Then we get to learn that him and his family are all like ciscons, and they're all funky and weird. And then they interact with him. Something happens that then gets the Crimson Vow attacked by some people. They decide that, you know, they're gonna do something, and it turns into Mavis thinking that her family is betraying her, but it turns out that it's not. It's actually people that are going after Pauline. And so we learn Pauline's backstory, and then everyone decides to go on a revenge mission for the sake of Pauline's family. So it's really, really good. Eventually, they get to this other place, and they unravel all of these situations that Pauline's family had to deal with, and they deal with the person that caused them, right? Eventually, this then turns into Mavis having to deal with the fact that her family wants her back, and that she doesn't want to go. And so she decides to battle for her freedom, and so Mavis and Mile have to face off against Mavis's father and her oldest brother, and they manage to kind of figure out what they have to do. Eventually, then this transitions into a mission where they have to go exterminate a wyvern, and so this one then evolves into something else, and then the book ends, and we have a cute set of side stories that are generally very enjoyable. So yeah, in terms of the characters, we basically have the same ones as always. We get to meet Ewen, who's Mavis's older brother. Yeah, he's third brother, so he's the third one down. Then Mavis, and then there's someone else, if I remember correctly. We get to meet her father, her oldest brother, and we don't get to meet the middle one, if I remember correctly. We also get to learn about Pauline's stepfather, in quotation marks, and about Pauline's family situation. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that gets brought up. Which is really, really good. In terms of world building, we get to learn about wyverns, but other than that, we don't really get to learn too much else because most of the major political world building type stuff happened in Volume 2. This one was just kind of a continuation of that. So there really isn't too much world building beyond that. We do get to learn about other races that exist in the world. We get to learn that demons are creatures that exist in this world, but they're not demons in the devil sense. They're actually just highly magical human type people, and they're ostracized from society because they're better than humans, and so humans didn't like that, and so they only became friends with the elves and the dwarfs, which is a really interesting kind of way of explaining that away and kind of changing the demon kind of idea on its head, which I thought was really, really good. In terms of artwork, it continues to be awesome. It's so good. It's really, really cute, and I can't show you guys any because there's been problems lately where manga companies are really cracking down on people showing their artwork, even though it's fair use, because they don't really believe in that stuff in Japan. So I don't really want to deal with that. So I'm going to try to not show any artwork in any of my videos anymore. And in terms of fan service, I think there really isn't any. Actually, there is a little bit of fan service in this volume, mostly in the illustrations, because they finally get a bath set up at their inn. And so, you know, there's moments where they have bath scenes, and of course those are always rife with fan service. So, you know, kind of standard things. If you're a 14-year-old boy, you might get really excited. If you're an adult, you're probably not going to give a shit. So there you go. That's kind of how that works. In terms of a rating, it's so good. It's so enjoyable. It's so relaxing. Basically the same stuff that I said before, and so it contains it gets a 5 out of 5 rating from me, because it just makes me feel very happy and makes me really enjoy the reading material. So yeah, that's all I've read. That's all I have to say about this volume. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please do like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys later.